Greetings and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today we're going to be looking at the first ever beefy girl in our collection. We're going to be looking at the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium Wave, Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure. Some of these parts were sourced from the actual figures, some were traded for other Build-A-Figure parts, and some were donated by my co-host on Infinite Bacon, Robert from Robert's Infinite Realms. So, as always, we're going to look at the accessories. We're going to look at the figure, check the articulation. We might bring a couple co-stars over to do some size comparisons, if I can get her completely in frame. And then eventually we'll get her on the shelf. So accessory-wise, she comes with a set of open grip hands on the figure, but she also comes with a set of fists. Some really meaty fists. Paint apps on the fists aren't great, but they're not bad. So, yeah, the paint follows a sculpt on there, but the sculpt doesn't seem to be even. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm high. Fist bump. Hey, Elite Legend, double fisting! She comes with a helmeted head. Like the Wasp that we reviewed before, and I'm quite sure Ant-Man's going to have the same thing, the helmeted head has this really strange flat back. Done in the cheap marbleized silver plastic. Paint apps on it appear to be pretty good. A little bit of red up here on the tips of these wings. Blue on the side, blue over the visor. No paint in the actual mouth portion, or the, And then if you look closely, you can see there's a sculpted face underneath the visor. It is a separate piece that during construction they just kind of slide in there. So it does give that nice transparent visor look. Moving on to the figure, let's start with the face. This is a really nice face sculpt. I'm not going to say it's completely accurate to the actress, because it's not, but it is done nicely. Hair is neatly sculpted. Face paint is on there pristinely. I mean, look into those eyes. They've got painted light refraction on the eyes. Looks good. Has this big bundle of hair in the back, but it is a separate piece, so you can move it a little bit. And in fact, you can unpeg the thing entirely and leave her with a big hole in the back of her head. I'm just going to reserve the dirty jokes for now. Moving on to the actual body of the figure. Sorry, I'm going to straighten her up a little bit here before we start looking at her. Okay, so the bodysuit is done in a basic black color. There is texturing all over the body. The black portions have their own texture. I see nothing anomalous when it comes to sculpt. In fact, the sculpt seems to be pretty nice. We'll address that elephant when we get to it. So on top of that, we've got a lot of blue, which has its own texture to it. Paint for the blue along the arms and shoulders looks pretty good. Looking at it through the camera, It actually looks like down in some of the recesses, it's missing some of the blue and you can see some black. But with the naked eye, that's much harder to see. Got some silver up here under the arms. Some silver up on the shoulders for this wraparound unit. And those have some red on them as well. Silver for the chest piece. Silver for the gauntlets and the back of the hands. Back of the hands are sculpted the same as the fist hands. More silver here at the belt line, and then stripes running down the legs to the blue and white shoes. The tennis shoes. Articulation-wise, it is on a dumbbell joint. So if you move the hair out of the way, she looks up that far. Looks down that far. The neck is fixed on this figure, so got some good head tilt and rotation. Arm will hinge to 90. No butterfly joint. Will rotate all the way around. Bicep cup for rotation. Double jointed pinless elbow, which because of the sculpt won't get your full range, but it does go well beyond 90. Hands rotate. Horizontal hinging on the left, vertical on the right. Both fists have horizontal hinging on them. She's got a double torso system. Up top here, she's got a hula hoop, which is a little stiff. That hula hoop allows for that much back, that much forward, some tilt, and rotation. Now, it's a very stiff joint, so be careful not to break it trying to force it. She also has an ab crunch way down here at the waistline. Allows for that much back, that much forward. When you combine them, it looks really awkward. No waist twist, but that's, they do have the torso one. Legs kick out this far, which on one leg is well beyond 90. Kicks forward, the same as the basic figure, thigh cut for rotation. Double jointed pinless knee, almost allows her to kick her own ass. There's no kind of boot cut, no ankle cut. Foot will hinge back that far. Will hinge forward only that far. The laces bind it up in the front. But there is a rocker peg on the feet as well. So we're not going to change out the hands on her. But we are going to throw the helmet on so you can get some idea what she looks like all geared up like that. If we can get the helmeted one on. Seen a lot of figures recently where the alternate head does not fit on the hole or on the dumbbell. So, I mean, it doesn't snap on, but it's on there. So, this is what she looks like with the alternate head. Now, as far as I remember, the whole thing is that when they're enlarged or small, air molecules do not change size. So without the respirator, they couldn't breathe. So why they gave her an unmasked head? No clue. So what do you say we do some size comparisons now, shall we? Let's do the easiest one first. Howard the Duck. Okay, Howard's a little bit tiny, coming up to her thigh. Alright, next up we've got Wasp from the same movie. Wasp comes to crotch level on her. So, yeah. Now, females do tend to scale a little small. We're going to throw the Guardians 3 Drax next to her. And he comes up to about mid-abdomen. So, he did a Smart Hulk comparison on it yesterday during our live stream. That's right, this is being filmed on a Wednesday, although you'll see it on a Sunday. So, here it is next to Gladiator Hulk. So the top of his head comes up to her shoulders. Yeah, I figured I'd give another Hulk a chance to be on screen. It's been a while since he's appeared. And last but not least, the biggest Build-A-Figure we have to date, at least that I have, Khonshu, also comes up to shoulder level. I guess I didn't realize how tall Gladiator Hulk actually was. So, yeah. She is an imposing figure. Our actual measurement, she comes in at about 10 7/8 inches with the regular head on. But to the top of her ponytail, it's actually closer to 10 3/4. So not quite a 12-inch figure, but pretty close to it. So, with that being said, what do you say we take a moment and get her up on the shelf? And there you have her. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. On Facebook, you can find us over at Big Bacon's Bunker. Be sure to check us out. And I'll see you next time.